Hello everybody. Today I'm gonna talk about security, how you can secure your websites. The reason why I do this is because I watched a tutorial from Adam from WordPress Crafter. Now, nothing bad about this guy, but I've made a comment. I replied on his video, and he removed my reply, and that was making me a little bit angry because he's saying a lot, but he didn't explain exactly how you can resolve problems for your website and how you can prevent hackers to hack your website. Now, I also not going to cover everything in details, but globally, I'm going to say what can be the problem and how hackers are going to work to hack your sites. Um, there are on the dark web websites, and they offer you when you pay them a little bit of most is it's in bitcoins, but sometimes also in dollars or a fake PayPal. And when you pay them, then they give you a little bit of codes, and you can use that, for example, on a website for click jacking. And you can buy that for a couple of dollars. It's very cheap. I think that for $20 you can grab the code and you can go to a website and you can hack it. And when you have a big website and you are very interesting for hackers, and they get you on the picture, and when you have not luck, when you're not lucky, then you can get involved with hackers from Russia or China, and they have whole teams, whole teams. It's not one person. No, they have whole teams to search for vulnerabilities on your website. They have whole teams to see how they can enter to your files or something like that, and to get all the details for your customers, the credit cards, everything. Whole teams, not one person. So there are a lot of different kind of hackers in the world, unfortunately. And if you have a small company, and you have a website, for example, you are selling products, commerce products, and you have not secured your websites, and they hack your websites, you may even not know it. You know, they don't have interest to hack you or to spam you with spams. No, they go to your customers. They go to your customers once they have hacked your site, and they're gonna bother them with spam, or they're gonna steal their credit cards, and you might even not know it. You might even not know it. You know, you give them the opportunity to steal from your customers. Now, you don't want that. Um, so this Adam also told about WebRx, and it's now called Patchstack app. And he said, I have been hacked,
Which essentially
and
means when you want to send legitimate emails,
when I was
end up in
hacked,
spam folders or not get delivered.
he doesn't even shut up. When he was being hacked, then what happened was that his whole website was went into a portal site. Now I can tell you that there is no virus die or WebRx or another security plugin that can prevent that. You have to do that by yourself. And so you have to embed a little bit of code into the PHP files or in the HTTPS. And I also have made videos about that, because they can do that, because sometimes it's better to allow people to embed some code in some parts of your website, and when you're blocking everything, then it might not be working. But the most important thing is that you go to the website and search for IP addresses with bad reputations. Now, of course, it doesn't prevent you from hacking when somebody using a VPN, but most of the cases, when you are going to the firewall settings, in this case, it's in here, and no, let's use virus die. So then when you go into the firewall, and then you can go to the blacklist IPs, and then you can blacklist all the IP addresses that you can find on the internet with the bad reputations, or if they are known by being hackers. So although what you have to do is also whitelist IP addresses. For example, Beagle Security, I'm going to discuss this later on. You have to whitelist a bunch of IP addresses that they use to scan your websites. So this is important as well. So you have to blacklist and whitelist IP addresses. Now, what is the difference between a tool like VirusDie or WebRx? In this case, it's changed the name in PitchStock. Well, Beagle Security is going to scan your website and search for any vulnerabilities. And what VirusDie does, and I can't be used on the new name that they have. But what those two does is to prevent you from hackers. At least they are doing their best, because sometimes they get through anywhere. But that is the difference. So these two are protecting your websites, and what Beagle Security does is make a report and show you what the vulnerabilities are. Now, for example, I've made this a time ago, and I've made it for test purposes, and then you can see what the vulnerabilities is, and this is medium, and this one is low risk. But anyway, so you can scan your website and then prevent you from hackers. And the other thing that I want to show is another plugin called WordPress Umbrella. And what this plugin does is search for the PHP files and see if there are any errors, and then notifies you when something has been changed or something gets wrong. For the emails, you can of course use VirusDie or PitchStack, but CloudFit does an excellent job to prevent you from malware. So when somebody comes to your website and edits, for example, they fill in a form, then they can get over to some files and they can spam you. Once they have your email address, they share it on the internet, on the dark web, with other hackers, and once they have got that email address, they sell it. They sell it in lists. So be aware of that. And that's also the reason why I use for email addresses on my website sometimes a tool like Burnmail, and it's very easy. You can of course make another email. So an email, and you say it's test, and you make another email box, and you can use that for your website. And once you get hacked, then you can, and you get a lot of spam, then you can say from, well, I want to delete this email address and use another one. Now be aware, because it might conflict some SMPT what you have on your website. So just use it only for the form submissions. And the next thing that I want to show you are the backup plugins. Now, this is, for example, WordPress Reset, and it can make snapshots. And what are snapshots? Well, snapshots are little, they make a backup, a temporary backup when you upload, for example, a plugin. and when something went wrong or the plugin is infected, then you can go to make a rollback very fast. And they have also what they call the ERS, and what that is that you copy this link and paste it. Actually, you have to put in this link into your root file, and then when you get hacked or something like that, then you can recover it with this tool. You can try to recover it, but of course it's not an totally backup plugin. Let me see, because there is a plugin that I use, but well, I forgot to put it in the list for this tutorial. But it's Wi-Fi backup, and that does the same thing. When you want to upload a file or a plugin, then it makes automatically a backup. What you also must be aware for is your files, that they are secured. So when you go into your files, and then you can see here what the permissions are, and what you have to protect. So this is read and edit and read and things like that. Now it's too complicated to do this in this tutorial, but I'm going to show you later on in another tutorial what you can do about that and how you can customize that. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a security. This is just in a note dump. So I'm gonna dig them out one by one, and I'm sure that this WordPress crafter can see my tutorial, because he probably uses a plugin like brand Memodius or something like that, or available to search when somebody is saying something about him. So when you watch this video, I will say subscribe to my channel, and then you maybe you can learn something from me, like I've learned a lot from you. So I don't want to be rude, because he's actually a very good YouTuber, but I had to talk about this in this case. So yeah, keep tuned and subscribe, and I'll see you later in the next tutorials where I dig out everything what you can do to secure your website. Thanks.